Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope everyone had a great St. Patty's Day. It was holy. Maybe it is still today. And so welcome. Come on in. Come on in. If you're here watching live, say a hello so I can see. I just see like a little an eyeball, but like I don't see who it is or or anything like that. So go ahead and say good morning, hello. If you are watching the replay, put in the comments #replay. And if you're joining us for the first time, I am Dr. Disha Phillip. I'm a cardiologist who deals with all matters of the heart. I'm a Chopra Center certified primordial sound meditation teacher, heart math practitioner, and the founder of the Path to Meditation Mastery. I'm also a student of Raja Yoga Meditation and of the World Spiritual University. And so one of the fundamental things that I love to chat about with people is that I remember hearing Deepak Chopra for the first time quoting Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, which is when he said, "We are spiritual beings having a human experience." Good morning, Rebecca. And we are not human beings seeking a spiritual experience. We are, in fact, spiritual beings having a human experience. And the first time I heard that, I was like, what? But it resonated so deeply in my heart when I heard it. It was like the very first time I was like, wait a second. And actually, both my husband and I looked at each other. We're like, oh, that's good. Let me know in the comments if that's something that resonates with you, that you are not a human being seeking a spiritual experience, but you are, in your heart that you're a spiritual being having a human experience. Very different perspective indeed. And once we are able to shift that perspective, our whole life actually changes, And so we're here every morning, Monday through Friday, 7 to 7:30, to remind ourselves of this idea. For me, it's a fact. And we talk about, some people may say, oh, well, that's what you believe. My husband will say, that's what you believe. Well, a belief is a thought that you think over and over again. And it becomes a belief. And it just feels so true. It feels so true. I remember having a conversation with my dad. He's a wonderful human and scientist, cardiologist. And I would have this conversation. He'd say, but there's no proof. And I'd say, Dad, what proof is there that you loved your father? Right? That's like his favorite person in the whole world. I know that. And he would say nothing. And I'd say, because love doesn't start with birth. It doesn't end with death. And what is the tangible proof of it? You know it inside of you. You can feel love in that way. We know it with every fiber of our being. And all of us as spiritual beings know it because it is our truth. It is our authentic self, right? We are not these bodies. We are souls utilizing these bodies as a vehicle. I say it every day to my patients when we talk about healthy diets and things like that, right? And we talk about, I remind them all the time, this is a vehicle, just like you go and take your car in for an oil change, or you're taking care of your car so you can get to where you need to go. It's important that we take care of these bodies also because it's a vehicle for our souls, right? To fulfill our purpose. It's a vehicle. It's the way in which we experience this physical world and get to actualize the love that we truly are. And so we need to be reminded of that. So while it's important to take care of our physical bodies for sure, it is so important to take care of our minds and our souls and our spirits, right? We need a healthy food breakfast for our bodies, but we also need a healthy breakfast for our mind, right? And so we do need to be choosy and pick and choose what we're allowing into our brains, because where our attention is focused is where we go. And so the law of attraction is something that talks about this all the time. Our thoughts, words, and actions, everything for us, our experience in life starts from a thought. And so it's important to choose those thoughts. Sometimes we feel like we are a victim of our thoughts, right? Can't stop the racing thoughts. I can't shut off my mind. So many people, I can't shut off my mind. I'm just laying there and my mind is just going, right? And a lot of it is a practiced behavior, actually. And so if we want a new life, we can choose a different path. So let's listen to some guidance for today, for March 18th. A good rule of thumb in making decisions is to ask myself, to what extent will this benefit all concerned? I love that. A good rule of thumb in making decisions is to ask myself, to what extent will this benefit all concerned? So that's super important, right? When we're trying to make decisions in our lives, like who am I doing this for? Am I doing it just for me? Am I doing it for others? Can everybody win in this situation? And lots of pessimists out there will say no. But it's not true, because when we're leading from a place of heart-centeredness and love, we certainly can get a win-win for everyone. It can take a little while. It can take a minute to sit and think, to meditate and receive the guidance to figure out how can the action that I take next benefit everyone. Definitely something to ponder. And I'm going to go over Rebecca's here. We love doing this. Rebecca's been through the Path to Meditation Mastery. And one of the things that we love to do there is go through the 7 spiritual laws of yoga. So in Deepak, that's based on Deepak Chopra's book. And he talks about every day there's a spiritual law. And so today is Friday, and Rebecca and I chat about this all the time. It's like the best law, right? It's so important, fundamental. The law, so Friday's law is the law of detachment. So the moment that we recognize that we are a soul, and we are not this body, that we are a soul utilizing this body. We are a soul who's utilizing our eyes to see. Yes, we are a soul utilizing our ears to hear. We are a soul utilizing our tongue to taste, our nose to smell, right? We are soul utilizing it, right? Because when the soul leaves the body still has the eyes, the ears, the tongue, and everything, but you can look at a corpse, but it's not tasting, it's not seeing, it's not hearing, it's not feeling anything, right? And so we are not the eyes, we are not the ears, we are not this body, we are utilizing it. We are utilizing it as an instrument. And so that action of recognizing that, okay, I'm not this, right? I'm not my eyeballs, I'm not my ears, right? It requires a level of detachment. So that's just one gross example, okay? So in the law of detachment, now if we get a little bit more relational, allow yourself and others the freedom to be who they are. Do not force solutions. Allow them to spontaneously emerge. Uncertainty is essential in your path to freedom. Oh boy. But we humans, our ego minds do not like uncertainty. No, 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 no. Our ego minds are like, oh, I don't like uncertainty. But our souls can look at uncertainty as variety, with wonder, with curiosity, because the soul knows that it is imperishable, meaning it never dies. The soul never dies. There's nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Even in death, right? Because the death is just the body stops working, but the soul continues. So allow yourself and others the freedom to be who they are. So it's really also harnessing, or not harnessing, to really have the faith and belief that every single human soul has its own journey. We all have our own paths. Everyone has their ups, big highs in their life, and lows, suffering, right? Everybody goes through ups and downs. Every human. My husband and I were having a conversation last night saying like, but like, you know, if everybody has like this little sine wave, right? Like ups and downs, do some people have like higher sine waves, bigger ups and downs, right? Or not, right? And I said, well, I think it depends on who's observing it. Who is observing? Who's judging if somebody's high is higher than another? And and judging or looking at whose low is lower than another, right? I think it depends on who's looking at it. And so when we detach ourselves and just see all the drama of life for what it is, it's the drama of life, like the movie that's playing, that requires an element, a level of detachment to be that observer. But always know and be secure in the knowing that you are a pure, peaceful, loving soul. That is the natural, true quality of your soul. Okay? And so we do not force solutions. We allow them to spontaneously emerge. We don't need to white knuckle the way something's got to turn out. We don't. Okay? Uncertainty is essential and your path to freedom. So when we can release the grip on something having to be a certain way, we surrender, we release, we're okay, we will survive in some way, shape, or form. That is freedom. When we can look at life and know that we can be okay no matter what happens, that is freedom. And it is the true nature of the soul to be free. That is your nature. That is my nature. That is your truth. That is my truth. We are free. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. But that's just the thought that you're focusing on, which brings us to the law of the day. I'm just looking at the time. I'm like, what time is it? Okay. March 18th, right? Yeah, March 18th. Ask and it is given. Here we go. With each statement of need and justification. So with each statement of need and justification, you unwittingly reinforce the vibration of your current unpleasant situation. With each statement of need and justification, I need to have this because of X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 right? With each statement of need and justification, you unwittingly reinforce the vibration of your current unpleasant situation. And in doing so, you continue to hold yourself out of vibrational alignment with your new desire and out of the receiving mode of what you are asking for. As long as you are more aware of what you do not want regarding a situation, what you do want cannot come to you. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Listen up, okay? This is huge. Okay. This is huge. Nobody talks about this unless you learn this. Okay. This is a huge law. With each statement of need and justification, you unwittingly reinforce the vibration of your current unpleasant situation. And in doing so, you continue to hold yourself out of vibrational alignment with your new desire and out of the receiving mode of what you are asking for. As long as you are more aware of what you do not want regarding a situation, what you do want cannot come to you. So many of us live in that state of fear and worry. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Worrying is what? Praying for what you don't want. If you are sitting in a focused manner on watching and putting all your energy toward all the stuff that makes you unhappy, that upsets you, right? That is all that which you are going to get again, right? And some people may say, well, how are you going to better yourself and how are you going to achieve anything if you don't have this situation that's negative in your life, right? You can have a situation that's negative in your life as your little what do you call it? Like the thing that instigates the desire, right? It's the contrasting event that instigates the desire to make something better. Absolutely. So then think about what it is that, you're going to make better and how you're going to do it and how you want to see it, how you want it to be. You need to have that vision, right? We got to have a vision for what it is that we do want rather than constantly looking at the negative situation, be like, I don't want that. 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 Right? Literally, it is just like saying, don't sit down, don't sit down, don't sit down, right? And I'll just sit down, right? Instead of saying, stand up. Oh. Right? Stand up. This is huge. And so when we meditate, which we're going to do now, we get the opportunity as we go back and forth between the mantra and our thoughts, mantra thoughts, right? We get the opportunity, the soul, to observe what is going on in our minds. What are the thoughts that are coming? We don't sit and analyze, we go back to the mantra, but we are creating an opening to observe, to practice these spiritual laws. And as we practice, there's so much wisdom that we start to gain. Even if it's for a minute, even if it's for 5 minutes, even if it's for 10 minutes, it is the process of opening. Here we're talking about the spiritual aspects, of course, all the physical benefits of meditation is for another lecture. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get comfortable. It's time to meditate. Get comfortable wherever you're sitting. Close your eyes and visualize your heart in the center of your chest with 2 nostrils, one in the right ventricle, one on the left. And let's go ahead and take a deep breath into your heart. Breathe out of your heart. Breathe into your heart and really make an earnest effort to conjure up those feelings of love, joy, passion, enthusiasm, peace, faith. Breathe out of your heart. Breathe normally. And we'll begin by asking ourselves 4 soul questions. Just repeat them silently. Question 1. Who am I? Who am I? Second question. What do I want? What is my deepest desire? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Third question. What is my purpose? How can I serve myself and others? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Fourth question. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Now silently repeat the following sentence. I am, and your first and last name. Now drop your last name and silently repeat I am, and your first name. Now drop your first name and silently repeat I am, I am, I am. And we'll switch that to the vibration of I am, which is a hum, a hum, a hum. And now we'll begin the repetition of our mantra. For those of you who already have your personalized primordial sound meditation mantra, go ahead and start repeating that now. For everyone else, we'll use the mantra so hum. So we'll silently repeat so hum, so hum. So hum. Please continue repeating your mantra. I will keep the time and I'll let you know when it's time to stop. Enjoy your meditation. Please keep your eyes closed and stop repeating your mantra and rest. Rest in existence. Rest in awareness. Rest in consciousness. Just rest. And as we rest, I'll pronounce 4 intentions. Just repeat them silently and release them into being joyful, energetic body. Joyful, energetic body. Loving, compassionate heart. Loving, compassionate heart. Reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. And lightness of being. Lightness of being. Continue to rest. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and toes, give yourself a big stretch. You can bring your hands to heart center and give yourself a little bow of gratitude for bringing yourself here today and this week, or if you're joining us for the first time, just to recharge. Even if you're watching this in the middle of the day, it's all good. And when we've recharged ourselves, we can give a blast of love and light energy out to all of our family, our friends, our community, our city, our state, our country, to all the countries on this planet, to every single brother and sister soul on this planet. And from there, we can give a blast of that energy out into the universe. And then from there, it gets boomeranged right back to us. I'll say namaste. The divine light in me sees and honors the divine light in you. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. For those of you who are in healthcare, who are physicians, actually on Sunday night at 8 o'clock, I am going to be leading a little discussion on how to feel great. It's in the Physician Heal Well Lounge. I will post it on my Facebook and in the Meditation for Female Physicians group as well. If you want to join, go ahead and register. And it's like 45 minutes. It'll be a nice way to wind down the weekend before we start the next week. So sending you all love. If you're watching on YouTube, hit like, subscribe, and see you soon. Have a great day.